Hello, this is Scott, and this is the Hype Report. Here are the quotes for various items. First, Greek crisis over? Well, the Greek crisis is over now, folks. You need not worry about a sovereign debt crisis in our lifetime. And if you believe this BS, I have some swampland to sell you in Death Valley, California. To ensure the Ponzi game continues as long as possible, the Wall Street banker-controlled IMF essentially bullied the Eurozone and Greece. Next, the elite's terrifying endgame. According to Paul Craig Roberts, all of Europe, Americans, and Canadians as well are put on notice by Greece's surrender to the agents of the 1%. Pensions and healthcare in Greece for the elderly are on the way out. This is the third round of austerity imposed on Greece as assets are sold to the 1% at bargain prices. Next, Middle East arms race. Russia has struck 3 significant nuclear deals with longtime U.S. Middle East allies, effectively capitalizing on regional distrust of Iran. Because of the Obama-Iran nuclear deal, the soon-to-be nuclear Iran will further finance and militarily bolster Assad's Kremlin regime, not to mention other affiliates and terrorist groups. Thus, we can expect the dangers in the Middle East to grow exponentially. Next, bigger than subprime. China's stock market has dropped so much that almost $4 trillion has been lost since June 12th. According to billionaire Paul Singer, this is way bigger than subprime. Thanks to China's shadow banking system, the Chinese economy is not transparent. However, the repercussions from a possible U.S.-induced stock market crash to keep the yuan from being a reserve currency could have global economic repercussions. Next, eyes wide shut. Secretary of Homeland Security Jay Johnson boasted to Congress that only about 242,000 illegal aliens have been caught at the U.S.-Mexico border so far in fiscal year 2015. The other million or more must have made it to sanctuary cities. So, will there be an illegal alien exodus from San Francisco since the city's mayor supposedly no longer supports sheltering illegal murderers or aliens? Don't count on it. Next, Banking Explained. If you want a good idea of how international banking works, please watch this short 6-minute video that explains how this tool of convenience became an international criminal enterprise. Of course, it leaves out the massive 1.5 quadrillion derivative bubble that could destroy the global economy in perhaps as little as 1 hour. Next, Yellen warns Congress. Janet Yellen urged lawmakers to tread lightly when it comes to overhauling the Fed, warning that proposed changes could undermine its ability to support the illusion of an economic recovery. Of course, Janet and other financial oligarchs are fueling Jeb Bush's run for American dictator. That's if we have a election next year. Finally, please prepare now for the escalating economic and social unrest. Good day.